Hello, and welcome back to Final Fantasy VI. We're ready to head into Daryl's tomb. This is your friend's grave? Yeah, she was really something. The world could have turned inside out and she'd never have even flinched. Could be anything lurking down there, so keep your eyes peeled. And he sure means it. In fact, I think one of these enemies appears exclusively in this room. Yeah, this guy. Skeletal horror. As I said last time, this place is absolutely filled with undead creatures. So I didn't give Setzer the death darts. Crystal mail. And there are enemies here that can inflict zombie status, so I gave everybody an amulet before coming in. Oh, right, I think only Realm can equip that. Yeah. Our first instance of Marlboros in this game. Funnily enough, they were called Oscar in the Super NES version, the Woolsey translation at least. I guess Woolsey thought they looked like Oscar the Grouch. That's my only guess. So this place requires us to explore quite a few paths. It's really not that big of an area, but we have to open up several paths along the way. X-Ray is one such enemy that can inflict zombie status. Again, though, we all have amulets, so not a problem. Ooh, whatever. What are you? Oh, now wait a sec. What do I have Sabina? Oh, Venom. Yeah, okay. Actually, let me give you the Kaiser Knuckles, because those are light element. That'll give you a bit of an advantage with these guys. Cloud Wraith. Ooh, these guys. What I like to do with these guys is, well, it's probably pointless to do it when there's just one of them, but Noise Blasting these guys to confuse them. Oh, he didn't do it. Mysterious Dance, I think, does Osmos. But he'll sometimes cast Flare on his fellow enemies if you confuse them. The tombstone's blank. Carve something into it. Oh, we have nothing to carve yet, but we'll keep that in mind for a bit later. And as usual, Marlboro does have his signature bad breath, which is a blue magic that Strago can learn. Bring him back here. So that switch raised the water level. Ear was itchy and I had to take my headphones off for a second. Oh, there we go. Getting some nice AP in here, though. Genji helmet. I'll hang on to that. Okay, so raising the water level caused us to ride the turtle in that room across. Raise that. We wouldn't be able to access that button down there that opens the door in the upper right if we didn't do that first, though. So there is a bit of an order to it. More tombstones. Letters have been carved here. Hero. Okay. To see. Wet. Duro. Okay. That might not seem to make much sense right now, but if we head back up to the blank tombstone. Damn it, Sabin. We head up to that blank tombstone. We'll need to carve those letters into it in a particular order. What we need to do is we need to carve the phrase, "The world is square," backwards. So... Oh, was it? Okay, so I have to carve it in the other. Okay. See what you want me to do. There we go. I've hidden the growth egg in the side room on the 3rd basement level. So only after we complete that puzzle does a little hidden path down here open up. There it is. We get a growth egg. That's an accessory that doubles the wearer's XP gain. Very nice when come time to really start level grinding. Around too much with tents, we have us a mini-boss in this treasure chest. Angler Whelk, which is pretty much just a stronger version of the Ymir from way back at the beginning of the game. Actually, where's Float? Celeste, do you not have float? Oh, there it is. Because when he goes in his shell, he will start spamming Magnitude 8. Like so. Otherwise, it's a pretty easy fight. Again, we don't want to attack the shell or it'll counterattack. from that we get a Dragon Claw. Claws infused with holy power, so this one's also light element, but much stronger. Well, actually only a little bit stronger than the Kaiser Knuckles, but... Well, no, wait, yeah, it is much more powerful. I'm looking at his... But it also has a... raises his base strength, also. Okay, drop a 10. We get a Man-Eater. That is a dagger, which gets an attack bonus against humanoids. Check my... What's my gold? Let me get into a battle here and see what that does to my money total. There's a very good reason for that. Some of you might already know. Okay, that should work. The boss coming up has an ability called Level Blank Holy, which basically it casts Holy on anyone whose level is a multiple of your guild total, the last digit of your guild total, in this case 5. Nobody's level's a multiple of 5, so they should be safe from him if he casts it. Here lies Daryl. And suddenly... Yep, there it is right at the start of the fight. So despite looking undead, Dullahan doesn't seem to have the usual weaknesses to light or healing magic. So we can't rely on that. So I don't believe so. Other than that holy spell, yeah, he casts regular holy. That might hit. He'll cast holy and Blizzaga, which both hit pretty hard. Basically, we just need to keep up on our healing. Probably have Celeste Runic also. Or he'll just counterattack. Or use physical attacks. Nice. Damn it, Edgar. there we go. Yeah, his high-level spells can make him pretty difficult. But as long as you got like a runic stat going, or just keeping an eye on your healing, should be alright. I don't think there are any hidden chests off this side, no. Being here brings back all kinds of memories. And now we finally get a little bit of Setzer's backstory. This next test flight could be dangerous. What are you trying to prove by pushing your ship to its limits? It's pointless. Watch your step. If the worst should happen, take care of the Falcon for me. You can't be serious. When I take the Falcon from you, it'll be because I left you a mile behind in a race. Till then, I'm not letting you out of my sight. Ha! Good luck with that. There's really nothing like flying. How long are you planning on hanging back there? Aren't you going to try to pass me? Or are you too entranced by my lovely behind? Incredible. Alright, it's time to get serious. I'm gonna break the records. I'll fly past the clouds and see the stars closer than anyone ever has before. Be back by sunset. I'll be waiting for you on our hill. So Darrow was a friend of Setzer's, possibly lover. Also liked to build and fly airships. But it was a year later when I found the wreck of the Falcon in a distant valley. I restored the ship and then put it to rest down here. So, this is the Falcon. I can't very well be the world's fastest pilot if I can't even fly. I need your help, Falcon. Alright, we got us an airship again. With this, I think we just might have a chance. Now we'll be able to get to the top of Kafka's tower. If we land up there, we should be able to get inside to launch our assault. And we'll be able to look for the rest of our friends. Right, first things first. I'm finally starting to feel like we have some hope. And even the world map music changes here to reflect that. Rather than that bleak, dismal world map music, it changes to this. That bird, could it be? Setzer, follow that pigeon. Why? I'm not sure, but something inside tells me it'll lead us to our friends. So now, from here, the game has been rather linear up until this point. But now, pretty much the whole game opens up. If we wanted to, we could actually go straight to Kefka's Tower and do the final area of the game. Of course, that would be almost suicide at the levels we're at right now, but the game is very non-linear now. We can pretty much, we're free to go and do whatever we want, in whatever order we want. But we're kind of given that little nudge in this direction. So let's go ahead and check out this way first. Oh, this is Miranda. Do you know what a cacti is? I've been hunting the little varmints last time I was out in the desert. Well, all of a sudden, a huge one attacked me. A monster that size has to have some good treasure. I'll bet my right eye on it. Yeah, the desert south of here is where we see cactars. Actually, I believe it's the first time... this is the first time cactars appear in the series. They have super high evasion, and they have the signature 1,000 needles. But they give you tremendous AP and gil if you manage to kill one. Go ahead and rest up. Sabin's too good for covers, I guess. Oh, what's this? Hey. I'm an ex-thief. My old accomplice always used to mumble, "to the right of the treasure chest," in his sleep. Well, that's pretty vague. I do know which treasure chest he's referring to, but again, that's a pretty vague hint. I was a thief once, but then I uncovered a secret so terrible I had to go into hiding. Okay. A swordsman came through here recently. His skills were impressive enough, but I could tell his heart was full of turmoil. If he could rid himself of that confusion and doubt, his technique would probably reach a whole new level. Must be referring to Cyan. A man with a strange manner of speech came through town not long ago. Kept calling people something funny. Thou, thou, yow, meow? Yeah, again, Cyan. Ooh, we can buy some pretty nice gear in this shop. Yeah, we got the money for it too. With all the grinding I did before the whole floating continent bit. Man-eater is actually stronger than the Spear. I've learned a lot about how things stand in this ruined world from the thieves and travelers who pass through. Anywhere you need to know how to find. Okay, so she basically tells us, like, shows us where on the world map Narsh, the Veld, and Doma are. Not really necessary. What do we got here? Swordbreaker. Short sword that sometimes deflects enemy attacks. Gravity rods. Single-edged sword that sometimes blocks attacks. So by that, I think it means that it will, you get a bit of an evasion boost out of it. You know the guy in Zozo who says this place is dangerous? He's the only honest guy in town. If you need something there, he's the one to ask. The sources of people's misery always lie in their pasts. Lost friends, families, and homelands. Those are the things that torment people the most. I'd say. Lola's been receiving a lot of letters lately. Wonder if they're from her boyfriend in Molbliz. Well, we know what happened to Molbliz. Oh, wow. These flowers are made of silk. Quite beautifully, too. Look at all these flowers. My boyfriend in Molbliz sent them to me. Look closely. They're all handmade. Real flowers won't bloom anymore, so he made me these from silk. And he just sent me this letter. But wasn't Molbliz destroyed by Kafka? Someone else must have written that letter. My beloved Lola, art thou well? We have rebuilt as much of the village as we could hope to. I believe I should be able to return to thy side before too long. Well, we know who enunciates like that. His handwriting. Looks a lot like Cyan's, but where's he mailing him from? Could you please attach this reply to the carrier pigeon outside? Sure. Thank you. Okay, we'll let the bird fly off and see where it goes. Okay, we'll just have to follow it there then. I used to be a thief. Out of desperation, I tried to climb the cult of Kafka's tower to steal their treasure. I barely made it out of the first treasure room alive and had to turn back. He's actually the thief that the other guy was talking about who said, like, to the right of the treasure chest. It's not real apparent, but that's basically what it's referring to, is to the right of the treasure chest in that first treasure room there's a secret. Alright, so one more thing. I'm not going to have enough time to do the next head there just yet, but there is one thing I want to do at least. We're ending. And that's head back to the island Sid and Celeste washed up on. Because if we do that, there's now a magicite here. Quetzali. We get a couple new spells, Hasteга and Sloga from it. It also has a nice summon ability. It's basically a full party jump. Can be very useful in some situations. Hey, Sid. And he doesn't even... All he does is just repeat this line for the entire rest of the game. So, again, whether he lives or dies really has no bearing on the rest of the game. So now we'll head towards that town we saw the bird fly to. And we'll have to be vigilant, too, because now we're flying in the airship around here. We have a chance of encountering Death Gaze. And at the levels we're at right now, he could give us a bad time. But anyways, I think this is where we'll call it. I'll see you guys next time.
I'm playing a game.